Hi everyone, it's Brenda Quintana. I thought I would do a quick recorded video for you for my thank you cards that I sent out earlier in May for people who placed orders in April. I had gotten a few people asking me if I was going to do a tutorial, and of course I love to do tutorials, so here I am. I'm going to show you how to make this card. Let me show you one of the cards. This was one of the thank you cards. I actually ended up adding a bit of designer series paper to it. I added these little 4 skinny strips afterwards. I was in a super huge rush to get these out the door before the incentive trip, so I got them out as soon as I could, and so afterwards I thought I would add those strips. Now this is a really cool fold. The inspiration for this card was a card that Rachel Tessman did, except she did different measurements. I looked at her measurements, but I needed measurements for this particular label and this particular stamp set. I'm using the Layered Thoughts stamp sets. I'm going to show you how you can use the thank you. I'm also going to show you how to use the happy birthday in case you want to use the larger one. So thank you, Rachel, for your inspiration. I just kind of changed up the measurements and made it into a different card. Before I forget, I'm going to show you how to put this in an envelope, but it folds a little differently than some cards. My card, you fold in these ends and then it gets slipped into an envelope. So here is one of the samples. Here's another, and another, and yet another. And finally I made this one. There might have been some other patterns that I did. I don't know if I kept one of each of the patterns, but here is the paper. It's called Floral Impressions paper. It is an online exclusive. I love the colors. There are a few of the new in colors in here, so if you're still wanting to get the starter kit special this month, it ends May 31st, so you only have about a week left of the starter kit special. You get $165 worth of product for only $99, and I have a sample starter kit for you. I will post the link down below in the description of this video and on my blog. It has like a sample starter kit that has a lot of the in color products in it. If you want to use that as a basis for your starter kit, but really you can put whatever you want in your starter kit. I'm gonna also just pop up here if you are interested in the starter kit, because it's such a good deal this month. Go to qbsquest.com/join, and if you have any questions, just reach out to me at brendaqstamps@gmail.com. The join page will have a frequently asked questions section as well, so hopefully that will take care of any of the questions you have. But once you get the starter kit, you get a discount on your Stampin' Up! Products. So you get a 20% discount on your Stampin' Up! Products. Plus, you will still get the 10% rewards that customers get on their orders if your order is over $20. So that is super good deal, and you'll be part of my team. So I would love to have you on my team. So anyway, I'm just popping that up there for a few seconds so you can see that. The other thing, if you want an alternate paper, this paper is also really nice, and this one does have all 5 of the new in colors in it. It's called Florals in Bloom. It's 12 by 12. It's also really pretty paper. You can see the pattern down at the bottom, but it's got a lot of beautiful florals. So this would be a great paper alternative. This one will be in the catalog all year round. So if the other one does retire at some point, that paper will do you really well. So what do I want to say about this card? This card is not a hard card to make. At least I don't think it's a hard card. You do have to do some cutting and scoring, but to me, it just wasn't super hard. And that's why I made it as a thank you card. When I have to make 50, actually I made more than 50 thank you cards, but when I have to make 50 of something, it has to be easy enough to do 50 times, and I have to be able to replicate it fairly easily. So this is definitely a card that you could do. One other thing, this label right here, before I forget to mention it, comes from the Nested Essentials dies. You will need a long skinny label, so this is a good one for that. You will need a die cutting machine to cut this particular label, but these dies will fit through the mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. All right, I think I have said all I need to say. I will have a supply list down below if you're interested in replicating this card with the supplies that I use. So if you want to purchase them in my store, you can just go down below and click on the links and it will take you to the store, and then you can add them to your cart and check out. Remember to opt into the Stamp and Rewards program if you're a customer. It is a free program, and you get 10% rewards back on a future order. So on your very next order, you can use your rewards, and the rewards are good for a year, but you have to be opted in. All right, let's make this card. Okay, I'm gonna pop these pieces aside. We're gonna do this card with a piece of thick basic white, and you're going to start off with a piece that measures 8.5 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to try and do this card all with my trimmer. I actually, when I was scoring them 50 cards, I did use my scoring tool because it is a little faster if you're on a roll and you're scoring. It just is. But just keep in mind when you're cutting and scoring, let me get this straight, the light colored blade is for scoring and this one's for cutting. Don't mix them up, okay? So we're going to start off with this, and this is again 8.5 by 4 1/4. We're going to put this at the 1 3/4 inch mark. Just line it up right there, and we're going to score it. Okay, so you can probably see, maybe not, maybe you cannot see that, but it is scored at the 1 3/4 inch mark. You're going to turn it to the other side, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. 1 3/4, and we're going to score there. Okay, so now we have a score mark that comes across here and a score mark that comes across here. You're going to put this into your trimmer again and line it up at the 3/4 inch mark. I like to line it up on this side right here because there is a ruler a bit that goes on this side, so I line it up at the 3/4 inch mark there. Then I bring my blade down to the score line here, and we're going to just cut from there to there, from score line to score line. Lift up, you can see it's cut through. We're going to turn it, line it up at the 3/4 inch mark again, and we're going to cut from the score line down to the score line. Okay, so basically we've done the same thing on both sides. Now we're going to do a little bit more scoring. I'm going to take this piece and line it up at the 4 1/4 inch mark, and we're going to take our scoring blade and score from the cut line out to the edge. Okay, lift it up again. We're going to come down to the cut line, and we're going to just score down to the edge. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, my lighting's a little poor this morning. Then we're going to slide this to the 5 1/2 inch mark. And now we're going to score between the cut lines from here to here. And I'm going to turn this again, and we're going to score from 5 1/2 to 5 1/2. Maybe I will make a project sheet for this for all of you so that you can see how it looks. I will do that. And that way it will be easy for you to recreate this. Okay. Yes, because my diagram right now, you can't really see it very well. Or you can't really see my score marks very well. Okay, so while this is flat right now, we're going to glue the paper on here. So you're going to need 2 pieces of designer series paper for the end panels. And these ones measure 1.5 inches by 4 inches. So let's just grab this and we'll do a little glue. I love that this paper has neutral patterns on the back because those are the neutral patterns we'll use for those smaller pieces. Okay, we're going to glue that. And this one. So if you could see my score lines a little better, you can see I am just gluing them within the scored panels like that. It's easier to do this before you fold it. Okay, and then I've got another pattern and it has this pale, I think this color is Fresh Freesia. So there's 4 pieces that you'll need for that and they're 2 1/4 by 1/2 inch. And we're just gonna put, I know I hate putting glue on the back of this pretty paper, but we don't want to overwhelm our eyes with too much color. I think it helps to break it up with a simpler pattern. So even though it's a very pretty color, I'm just gonna do this and this. All right. Add that right there. All right, and so that's what it looks like. It's a good idea to fold this now before you put this label on, because once you get the label on the centerpiece, it's going to be harder. So we're going to fold right now. Start by folding in these side panels first. These are valley folds, both of them in the valley, and the other ones are all going to be mountain folds. So what I do is I kind of just start slightly bending them just a little bit, and then I'm going to come in and just do that with my bone folder and come in on the other side and do this with my bone folder. And then this one, you could do it with your bone folder if you wanted to, but you kind of have to fold it in an awkward way. Okay, so there is the basis of the card. Now we have some options. I want to show you. I went ahead and I die cut things already to speed up my video. I've cut 2 basic white pieces, and I use thick basic white for my card base, and this is regular basic white, but you could use thick basic white if you wanted to too. So for the bigger label, if you want to use happy birthday, I use the bigger one, and then for thank you, I use the second biggest one. And so if you're going to do thank you, this has Secret Sea in the background, and Secret Sea is our new blue black in color. I really like this color, especially for stamping greetings, because it's nice and bold. So for the thank you, pop that away now. For the thank you, I would just do this. I'm gonna just stamp that, and we're gonna come down. Okay. Isn't that a nice dark black blue? And for the U, I just angled it like that. It's kind of cute, right? And then you just glue it like that. What if you wanted to change this into a birthday card? Because the birthday card is super cool and it is a super cool design. So why not turn it into a happy birthday? So this stamp set, I already showed you. It's called Layer Thoughts. It's a new stamp set. I think it's in the catalog, or it could be an online exclusive. I think it's in the catalog. So this one has, you could do thinking of you or love you, just a lot of different thoughts, but they're nice and big. I really like big greetings. So we're going to take happy birthday and ink this up. And I haven't done this yet, so I'm just going to have to see where the sweet spot is. Okay, right about there. See how nice that is? So this one will also fit. It needs to fit in between here and here. And it has to fit in between here and here because we have to be able to fold it, right? So let's turn this one into a birthday card. Let's do that. So one thing, when we're gluing this, we don't want to put glue on the entire label because otherwise this piece won't pop out. We can only put in glue from about here to here. So what I do is I kind of just eyeball it. I kind of say, okay, let me go up like this and over and like that. And then I just kind of put glue in the center area. And then I'm going to just squish this flat for a moment. You can use these score lines as your guide so that it's centered. And you know, there's just about a 1/16 of an inch on either side of those. Just make sure it's straight and then give it a little press. And there you go. It's a super cool birthday card. Now, if you are using colored cardstock, I used white. So here is where I would, you know, write my greeting on the back. There's a white space, so if you use white cardstock, no problem. But if you are going to use, I lost my instructions. Oh, wonderful. My little dimensions. They're just gone. Oh, here they are. Okay, so, all right, so if I wanted to write on the back, this color's not too bad to write on, but if I wanted to add a little white layer for a little place to write a greeting, I would use a piece that is 2 3/8 by 2 5/8 to do that. Now, personally, I'm not a very wordy person when it comes to writing birthday greetings because I have a lot of thoughts, but when I have to get them down on paper, they just fly out of my head. So my birthday greetings tend to be really short. So hopefully anyone receiving a card from me will realize that I put all my love into the card as I was making it. But anyway, for me, having a small writing area is actually perfect rather than having a large area. But see how beautiful that turns out? Oh, I just want to show you before I finish here. So when you're folding this card to put inside, it is not like a typical card where it folds over to the side. That won't work with this one. No, it will not. It just won't. But the easiest way to do this card is just to fold in the two ends like that, and it will go into the card. It's going to be probably a little shorter on either side than a regular card, but it still fills up the envelope significantly. So like that, and then you can close it, and then it can go off in the mail. And this is a fairly lightweight card, so it should be absolutely good for postage. So I hope you liked that thank you card that I made for you. This one's it turned into a birthday card. I hope you find a use for this fancy fold. If you're looking for the supplies for this, make sure you look down in the description of the video or click the link over to my blog. While I was doing this video, I decided I was going to do a project sheet. So I'm going to do up a project sheet so you can have those measurements on the page, and I will send them out. I'm going to post this video this week, and I will send out the project sheet the following weekend, probably on Sunday. So look for a project sheet for this for next weekend. All right, so thanks so much for watching. If you aren't already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate all those. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.